let's see. Stockfish ceiling. Man, it's really stupid chat. As per usual. It's not as stupid as the YouTube comments, but still stupid. All right. Yeah, I don't know. The chat's absurd. So I'm not sure why I'm reading it. And so on. All right. Yeah, for some reason, I can't even get to the bottom of the chat. It's impossible. Okay, I did it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, as long as people are banned and timed out, then we're doing well. We had to move everything everywhere because of the painting. So hopefully you can hear me and see me and it looks sort of normal because we had to move everything everywhere and by we, I mean, I didn't do anything, but we had to move the lights and the camera and we're not even sure if this is the same camera because we have two of the same cameras. We thought it was. Anyway, I won my game, so I want to show you. It's game 75, delay 5, and I won in about 25 minutes. And Karen's up like 1,000 pieces, so her opponent's not going to resign. So her game will be over in like 10 minutes when she checkmates her opponent, and so forth. And we had 10 half-point buys today, and we had, I think, 38 people playing, and 10 half-point buys for today's round in the month long. Tomorrow, my class is on Howard Staunton, Great Players of the Past, sponsored lecture. The person just said Great Players of the Past. Pick whoever you want. I've never done Staunton. That's what Morphy said. So we're going to, tomorrow night at 7 on Zoom and sign up for the class and all that. Just an old nerd, subscribe. Hooray. Yeah. All right. And so forth. Right, never play F3, which we will prove in the game I'm going to show you. Okay, and you can sign up for the tournament now. We're only having one tournament, but it's a 2-hour arena. And you can only sign up an hour before, and it's an hour before. So there you go. So that's how you sign up. It's a 3-minute tournament. It lasts for 2 hours. It'll end approximately 11:10 p.m. Eastern, etc. Okay. All right, so there we go. We got some players. Okay, so I want to show you the game with Demon. I haven't analyzed it. He's about 13 years old, maybe 12, 14, somewhere in there. And his whole family plays. His brother's playing, his dad's playing. And they're all between 1,400 and 1,800, like all three of them. And Karen's known the dad for 7 years when his kids were really small. Okay, so this is an extra rated game because my opponent had a bye. And this is game 75, and it was played 40 minutes ago. Okay, so I played my usual Benoni thing. And okay, just sort of normal stuff. So my opponent decided to play Bishop F1. So he played Rook E1 and Bishop F1. All right, that's fine. And I like to put like this knight here or move this knight here and trade the bishops or both. And if his bishop's on D3, I can play knight H5 because if he plays knight takes E5 with the discovered attack on my knight, I play knight takes knight and his bishop's hanging. But since his bishop's not on D3, if I play knight H5 now, he can just take this and win a pawn because he discovered attacks my knight. So if I can't play knight H5, then I play knight H7. So I played H6, put it in H. He played G3, which was his intention with Bishop F1, and Bishop G2. So he's lost a lot of time because he could probably get this position without playing Bishop D3, just playing G3, Bishop G2 earlier. So he's down like 2 tempi from a normal kind of position. Thanks, Felix Frias. Okay, the engine says F5. I almost played F5, but I played here because I like to trade off the pieces. He took, which is, okay, good. And yeah, now he's played fine so far. He's better because he has more space in the center. if black trades pieces, that eases the fact that he has less space. And my opponent has shown no interest in playing the usual for b4, like a3, b4, rook b1, b4. So hopefully we'll both fight on the king side, because that's where I'm playing. And that is what happened. The engine always likes white in these positions until it doesn't. It always likes when a pawn's on d5. Thanks, Lagoon. Hooray. Go 8 months. Go Hype Train. Okay. 2 years, what else? That's right. Vernon R. Young is raiding with a party of 3. Hooray. The more you raid, the more viewers we have. Okay, so he played knight e2, which is, not too good. And I played f5, which the engine recommends. And now the engine says it's about equal because it doesn't like knight e2. So it always thinks white's much better in this opening. And then if white does anything the engine doesn't like, then it says it's equal. Okay, then he did it again. He made another move that was strange. The engine just wants him to take here and says it's equal. But he played knight c3. And I didn't know whether I should play bishop takes and f4 or just play f4. Thus far, the engine slightly prefers what I did not do. Now, I'm not using this as an excuse, but my goal was to play very, very, very quickly because I didn't want to miss the stream. If my game went all the way to the end, we both used all of our time, I would miss Chess TV. So that wasn't going to happen. The only question was, would I start at 8, 8:15, 8:30, 8:45? I could have started before 8, but I had to reboot the computer and do all kinds of nonsense. So there was like 20 minutes of setup instead of 4 because everything's sort of new. Okay, it says they're about the same. It slightly prefers. I decided to keep the pieces on. So I played that. Okay, he played queen h5, which I thought was quite bad. And the engine says it's okay. All right. Attacking my knight. I played king h7. And then he did it again. The problem with queen h5, it's more likely his queen will get in trouble than do something aggressive. So it's very risky to have your queen there. The engine says I'm better. After the game, he told me when he blundered later that his intention was to play bishop h3 at some point. And actually, the engine says that's one of the moves. Yeah, the engine really hates this position now. It decided after thinking a long time it doesn't like this move. Okay, so I played... I'm sorry, he played knight e2, which is a funny move. Linder18 subscribed at tier 2. Yay, 40 months. Yeah, he's playing knight e2 to c3 to e2 to c3. It's not good. Okay. Now it says I'm virtually winning because, he keeps moving his knight back and forth. It's not a good plan. He's not playing on the queen side, so he's just not doing anything. I'm attacking and he's defending. It says queen f6 and bishop d7 are equally good. Now it says queen f6 is better. That's what I played. I want to either take or play f3. f3 might not work because of bishop g5. But this works because this is a hanging. Now he made another mistake. And the funny thing about his mistake is I'm wearing this shirt. Hello? I'm wearing the Never Play F3 shirt. He saw it. I mean, I can't believe it. So obviously I want to, crush him here. So he has to play rook f1. And then I have a big advantage because he has no spaces there. And he blundered. He made a mistake with f3. Oh, that is a blunder. That's funny. I have a forced win here. And I mentioned my forced win that I didn't play, that I didn't know I could play now. I said, I could also do this if you don't do this, and actually I could do it now. I only thought about it next move. Okay, Linder18 gifted 5 subs, etc. Yeah, so this is funny. F3 traps his queen. And so I can actually win right now, but it's sort of complicated. I can play knight h4, which I did, but I did it later. And the idea is g6 wins his queen, And good luck stopping that. Takes, and then g6 wins his queen. You'll see that later in the game. So, and then he has to give all his pieces away, it says, but he's still losing. He has to take this, and his queen's still trapped. So even the variations that it gives, and also his rook's hanging. So he doesn't have time to save his rook because of g6. So he has to play knight takes, and then e5 attacking my queen. Then he can save his queen and lose his rook. So he's still completely lost. So knight h4 was the best move. But I played bishop d7 because I thought he was helpless. And actually, he is helpless. That's funny. So this is the time when he should play the move that he said he should have played, that he thought he could play later. And he couldn't play it later, but he can play it now. He should play bishop h3. And then I win in a very shallow and pedantic way by just taking everything. Take the bishop, take the pawn, take the bishop, and take a free pawn. Then I have an attack and an extra pawn. And so it says I'm plus 2.5 if he plays here. That's his best move. Obviously, you don't want to move your bishop here when you've played f3 and I have a queen and a rook on it. Then, you're trying not to let me crash through. And here he made he didn't blunder because he's already losing. But the reason I played bishop d7 is I didn't see what he would do. And I hoped he'd play h4. And if he didn't play h4, I would, find something to do. Knight h4 is something to do. But he did play h4. So now knight h4 is even better because I get extra pawns. Yeah. Yeah. And he didn't realize here that he was losing his queen because he just moved his rook like it was nothing. But he's losing his queen here. Yeah. So I could have played knight h4 earlier and he still would have had an h pawn. But now I got the h pawn off the board. So h4 was a pretty bad mistake. Yer Trail gifted a sub. Hooray! Thanks, Yer Trail. Okay. Didn't stream in the last 3 weeks. I stream every day. So, I don't know. Maybe it's an invasion of the body snatchers. Maybe you're not you. I stream 20 to 25 days a month. This month is no different than any other one. Yeah, if you don't think I stream for 3 weeks, that's because your computer's broken. Yeah, I always stream every day. And you can find my streams on YouTube. You can find my streams on Twitch, the video of the day. I don't know. I always stream. 500 cents to dues. Hooray. Yeah. Okay, now bishop e8 doesn't work because his queen can go here. Although it probably does anyway. But a g6 wins his queen. So, okay, he played rook f1. I played g6. And unfortunately, even though he's dead lost here, he didn't play well. So he was dead lost. And yeah, in this position, I'm plus 10, but he played fg, which is ng. And then always play f3. See, when I play f3, it's fine. When you play f3, terrible. Yeah. Oof, and the truth hurts. If he plays bishop f3, every move wins. I was going to play queen takes e4 and bishop takes g4. And I think I was going to play bishop takes g4 first. Played here, check. He can't play knife f5 because he has to take. And then he played bishop d2, threatening h6. And I checked. And I think he made the worst legal move here. Yeah, he made the worst legal move. Played here. Man, it doesn't matter. It's force mate anyway. Yeah, I wanted to play mate in 1 here, but if I move my bishop, his bishop blocks, so I don't have mate in 1. You won, I assume?
I'm still playing.
Oh. Probably shouldn't have said that. She's still playing. She's up 400 pieces. All right, so I checked and mated him. I could have also mated him by playing bishop here check, bishop here takes, but I wasn't sure he would see bishop f4, so the game would prolong. But if I play here, he knows he's going to play king u. Yeah. So I get the game over with so I can stream. All right, so I don't know how I played. I'm assuming he played in the 60s and I played in the low 90s, but I don't know. Gonna find out now. Time for a game report. Go game report. So I'll say like 92 for me and 66 for him. No. Gotta guess something. Guessing's fun, except when the thing makes fun of me. I played 96.9, my birthday, 9669, and he played 60.5. I made one mistake, and he made 3 mistakes and 3 inaccuracies. I'm not sure what my mistake was. Maybe he thinks bishop d7 was a mistake. I'm not sure. What move is a mistake? Yeah, bishop d7 is my only mistake because this wins easier. Knight h4 wins easier. Yeah, I didn't make any inaccuracies. So I made one mistake the whole game. 19 best moves to 11. All right. 96.9 is good when I'm just moving very quickly because I want to stream. So I won't complain about 96.9. Obviously, it's much easier to play in the high 90s when your opponent's 1,000 points lower rated than you. But it's also easy to mess up when you're moving every like 5 seconds. I think I used 10 minutes for the game, and the game was 33 moves. That's archer fast. Well, not quite, but close.